I think that we can't be ashamed of the fact that we don't know everything from every perspective, because that's just it. We don't know everything from every perspective because we have our own. And that's something that's really powerful and beautiful, and something that really helped me in those early stages of feminism, finally understanding that I had a validity to my thoughts and feelings because of my experiences, but I didn't have the right to speak for anyone else's, but I had an absolute right to listen.
Hi, I'm Karina Utomo and I'm heading to the Roosevelt in Potts Point, Sydney to meet actor and activist Brenna Harding for this episode of Broadly Meets. As a child of lesbian parents, 20-year-old actor Brenna Harding is a campaigner for same-sex parenting and adoption rights. It started in 2004 when her family was featured on beloved children's program Play School, and the depiction of two mothers caused moral panic around Australia. At 16, Brenna landed a lead role in the TV remake of Australian coming-of-age classic Puberty Blues. Her electric portrayal of Sue Knight won hearts and critical acclaim. Brenna also recently launched female collective Moonlight Feminists. Take me through your first experience being in the spotlight. You're known now as a working actor, but from 12 years ago, of the reaction of the Play School segment with you and your friend Merrin and your two mothers.
I'm Brenna, that's me in the blue. My mums are taking me and my friend Merrin to an amusement park. Lots of different rides to go on.
Looking back on it, it's quite absurd how the media reacted. Can you take me through how how your family felt at that time of that media outcry?
I think my parents would have shouldered most of the load at that point, where they were having to do a lot of the interviews, and they were much more under the hammer because people aren't going to be that cruel to a 9-year-old. We never expected it to be what it was. It was sort of just a casual thing. I got a day of school, we got to go to Wonderland, It was really cool. And so when the backlash did happen, it was quite surprising. But I just really thought it was really cool that I was on TV all the time, that I was on all these news stations, that all these people wanted to talk to me. And I think it really got me talking about my family and made me realize that it actually was even more special than I thought it was, because all these people wanted to listen to me talk about it. Growing older, I have come to realize two things. We're not a normal family. We're a really interesting, different family. Mardi Gras is our Christmas. We have a different family life. The other thing is, we're not a perfect family. No family is perfect. Every family has their flaws, and every family has their upsides. And I think that that's the sad thing, that the complexity isn't considered in the debate around things like same-sex marriage.
I don't know how it happened, but my body just did it by itself, and it felt like tiny rice bubbles exploding on a rainbow.
Tell me about, the start of your acting career.
I think Play School definitely had something to do with me going into acting. It was my first taste of sort of being on screen and following direction and having to do that sort of thing. I was asking my mum for an agent sometime after the Play School thing, and we were going to get one. She was really reluctant. She was like, I don't really like acting, I don't know, why, Bran? And it ended up being because there was an open cast call through my school that I got my first role without an agent.
Your role in Puberty Blues received such an incredible response, and tell me about that experience.
I mean, to get a role as a lead in a TV show at 15, sort of telling my friends at school, and taking 3 months off school to do it, and for it to be a show with some of the most incredible creative minds in the Australian film industry, who I got to work so closely with. It was just everything you could hope a project to be. Hey everyone, this is Karina.
Hi! Wow, it's like a little party. So you've created Moonlight Feminists with a bunch of your really close friends. Can you tell me a little bit about why your group was so compelled to start Moonlight Feminists, and take me through the ethos, your philosophy?
In the feminist movement, I feel like such a beautiful, vibrant, strong, powerful movement, but then can sometimes get so caught up in how much of a perfect feminist you have to be, that it really scares off newer feminists. And that was an experience that I had being in the online world, especially the online feminist world, and seeing all of these women with these sort of amazing articulations, and it was all perfect, and then saying one thing wrong and kind of tearing each other apart. And I think that was one of my biggest things in creating Moonlight Feminists. It's about building each other up rather than tearing each other down. It's about calling each other in rather than calling each other out, and listening to all the girls in my group and hearing all of these different perspectives just blows my mind. It has made my feminism so much richer and so much more founded in reality and sort of an understanding of complexity. It's really quite a selfish thing. Like, I have gathered all of my favorite women and got them in one room to help me work through things that I don't understand.
You recently produced your own short film. Are you looking into the future? Like, are you looking into 5 years? And do you have have you got a plan?
At the moment, if I don't get any more acting work, my plan would be to finish my degree at university. I'm doing media arts and production, which is pretty much filmmaking, and creative intelligence and innovation. But then there's my acting as well, which I really, really love. And it's really hard because with acting, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know whether you're going to get work or not. So you can never factor it in. I think I'd like to do everything, and that's kind of my thing, doing everything. I'm like chronic overcommitter, chronically busy, but that's how I like to be. And yeah, there's so many exciting things happening at the moment, especially with Moonlight Feminists. Those girls just make me who I am. So yeah, it's really exciting.